Hello, this is not a spring chicken, and I don't know about you, but we are just coming off Memorial Day weekend, and of course, the big news, of course, as your life changes right before your very eyes, is President Obama supports the World Health Organization in, wanting to ban cell phones?
Because they cause cancer.
Oh, and secondly, is President Obama supports the EPA in banning the 4th of July. Oh wait, celebrations! I don't know about, well, I guess we better bring Oldecam on with comments on the headlines of today. And Memorial Day marked by parades and flags.
Yeah, and out here, flash mobs. There were so many police with heavy armament at the beach that, like we would tell people, there was less armament going in to seize bin Laden than there was at the beach on Memorial Day.
And magazine apologizes for outrageous blog post on black women.
Well, it would have been worse if it hadn't been a magazine that supports black causes. So.
Are you serious?
Okay, you got to understand what black men think about. They said what black men wouldn't be so high a divorce rate if it wasn't for black women. I love that saying. That was from Red Fox.
An observation: South African president says Gaddafi is ready for truce.
Well, basically, it's the same truce that he's always ready for. You surrender, and we'll call it a day. What's going to happen is they're not going to allow Gaddafi to be removed from power for a simple reason, because everywhere that the countries are changing leaders, they're all falling to the Muslim extremists. I mean, this morning, they just found out that Sharia law is now in full effect in Egypt, where they're now checking women out to see if they're virgins or not.
What?
Yeah. Remember, that can get you stoned to death in a Muslim country.
I guess I better not be traveling then, huh?
That's right.
I mean, Vermont moving towards a single-payer health care.
I know, because, okay, I heard him talking about, he said they can't pay for it. It's not going to cut expenses down, but we have to do it because we have so many people that don't have health care in the state. And they said, well, how are you going to pay for it? And they said, well, we'll worry about that when the time comes. And they can't pay for it. If the state admits they can't pay for it, then why? They said the governor ran on, we need a single health care program. Governor used to work in the Obama administration to help push health care through, folks.
And Australia's burping cows are more climate friendly than thought.
This is ridiculous, folks. Basically, the people on the left are wanting to slaughter all of the meat stock in the world because they produce methane gas. You know, I'm going to tell people something they don't really understand. They basically, if you were to tent the stockyards, all the methane gas could be used to power a city.
Yeah.
That would be genius, wouldn't it? Mm-hmm. But the Democrats don't think that way.
And Australia's burping cows are more that's because it's pretty funny.
Yeah.
But they report Vietnam's cops banned from wearing black sunglasses.
Because it looks like it's the old way of doing things, when the police would walk around with dark sunglasses on, and they don't want any reference to that, except for the fact in North Vietnam and Ho Chi Minh City, where they walk around in black sunglasses.
Oh.
Yeah.
And Obama picks Dempsey as the top U.S. military officer.
Because Dempsey's a yes man. Yet Dempsey will go along with cutting the budget of the military so that they can help balance Obama's budget. The problem is that money is going to be spent. It is not going to be cut. That is spend it on social programs that they say the Republicans are trying to destroy.
Well, yeah, they're just moving it from one pocket to the other.
That's all.
And it's all over, no need for the 2012, election period? Since the nation has turned against the Republican Party.
Oh, I know. Okay. This is what's going on. The Tea Party is not going to support the people that were elected to office. They're going to split off into a third party, and their third party is going to elect someone to run for president that is not Barack Obama and is not the Republican candidate. So guess who's likely to be the next president of the United States? Mm-hmm. Anyone but the Republican and the Obama candidate.
Yep.
And they'll basically, they'll pick somebody. Like they figure that Sarah Palin will choose who the Tea Party candidate is going to be. And it's going to be somebody that is not extremely right, but wants to stop the government from spending money.
And they'll be more focused on spending than anything,
That's
right?
right. They don't care about social issues. They want the government to stop spending money.
And floods cut phones in eastern Montana as rains continue.
Yeah, that's why that's going to be funny. Phone service is getting worse and worse in the nation as Obama and the World Trade and the World Health Organization want to shut cell phones down, which means communications are going to turn. Oh, I have to remember though. Here's another problem. Muslims don't believe in modern forms of communication. They're perfectly acceptable to have an old-fashioned dial-up phone, but not a cell phone because that's part of a world they don't believe in. So more of his I'm not a Muslim attitude. So.
And Obama warns Gaddafi of no let up.
Well, the thing is, we're now getting involved with Apache helicopters going in to attack things. That means we've got American boots there now, and Obama said there wasn't. Obama is now beyond the War Powers Act, which means he has to tell them that he's declared war and he's refusing to do it, hoping that Gaddafi will leave. Since he's already told Gaddafi he's going to go to jail for the crimes he's committed, why would he leave?
Record snow makes spectacular Yosemite waterfalls.
Yeah, it snowed out here a few days ago, folks.
Where?
Before Memorial Day, it snowed northward and across the plains.
Oh.
I want to tell people, I was born in the middle of the summer in the worst snowfall that was ever held.
Really?
In the area, yeah. In the middle of the summer.
And NIH stopped studying niacin to prevent heart attacks.
Yeah, that's sort of a ridiculous. Like, it's sort of, most of the people already knew that, but they had to do a study to find it out.
Yeah, some of those things they have to do studies for, well, let's just say, we kind of know it already.
Well, like, did you know that a hen can't produce an egg without a rooster?
Oh, that's an actual study?
Yeah, they discovered that fact after spending millions of dollars, that hens can't produce all by themselves and they need roosters.
An AIG stock dips after $8.7 billion share sale.
Yeah, Obama collapsed the stock of the company by dumping stock on the market because he needed, Obama can't pay the bills, so he's had the Treasury Department dump stock from companies that we own. And basically what is happening is they're buying back the stock at a lower price, so they're not selling it. That stock is just money from one pocket to another pocket, but it looks like he's making money to spend.
Ooh, an Illinois city among the nation's most dangerous.
Yeah, well, part of my family is from that part of Illinois. That's where the gangs all come. That's right, Cicero, Illinois, where actually Al Capone and all the gangsters
Oh, really?
live. Oh, yeah. Cicero is the meanest little place on the face of this planet, next to Salinas, California.
And 29 dead after drug gangs battle in West Mexico.
There are no drug gang problems. It is a figment of your imagination, Barack Obama keeps telling people. As tens of thousands are dying in Mexico by our borders. But there's no drug problems.
No. And U.S. says Sudan move into Abyei was premeditated.
Yeah. I mean, this is another one.
Of course it was. Come on.
They just didn't do it on the spur of the moment. It was well thought out and executed, so.
And political turmoil looms over Nepal's peaks.
Yeah, because the problem is Nepal, we got India and China in a battle over Nepal. So now India occupies it, but some of the peaks are setting in India.
And New Jersey plans to pull out of greenhouse gas initiative.
Well, yeah, because the Democrats, before the Democrats got thrown out, they put in a thing that basically does carbon taxes, which they have a problem with businesses in New Jersey to begin with, so you want to charge them a carbon tax.
And Romney to enter presidential race next week.
Yeah, but he wasn't in the presidential race, folks. I mean, he just got through saying that they finally was a president was worse than Jimmy Carter. And he said, you really had to go low to be that way. And then Romney got credit. Well, you shouldn't say these things about this president because the Democrats are going to turn on you. I would try BS. Do the Democrats vote for the Republican candidates? They're trying to get the Democrats to vote for them by being nice, saying nice things about this president.
And Bachmann plans presidential announcement in Iowa.
Yeah, she was born in Iowa. She's a native of Iowa. She just went over to Minnesota so she could get elected to public office.
And
they don't like women in Iowa.
You don't?
They don't like women in public office in Iowa.
And Hangover 2 sets records at the box office.
No, it didn't, folks. It was a 4-day weekend to make more money than Pirates did. And it took 6 days to make more money than Pirates did. So therefore, it's the biggest opening of a comedy ever. That's the record. It opened up. They figured it was going to open low at 100 million. It opened at 85 million. And then it took an extra day to get to 105 million, and 2 extra days to get to 139 million.
Oh, yeah, well, that's why they bring them out on Memorial Day.
And its opening day was less than Pirates. It was less than Thor. It was less than Fab Five, so.
Ah, but it did better than Hangover 1.
Yeah.
And a Monty Bubbleism from the Mark Twain of the Animal Kingdom.
Okay, here's one. That if all you can do is to side with the other party when you're trying to run against them, it's not likely you're going to win the election.